Happy Sunday, beloved saints. I got a bit of news that was very disturbing to me. The family that came to visit with us last year stayed a week. Do you remember? Gosh, just wonderful people. We love them and the kids. And I texted to check in on our brother Wayne. And man, I'm just so sick of hearing people I love suffering. And his sister was hit by a car and died. His little sister, and it 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 it's horrible. And I'm asking you to pray for him for strength. He is a man of God. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it. Like if you discuss, he's like, "Yep, I see it. I see it." He gets it. He's a true brother, and like me, he's had a past, and he's had weaknesses in the flesh that overwhelmed him, and is a big personality. And I care for him very much. And of course, I worry, that something like this will send him on a spiral. And I asked a friend if it's okay to ask for prayer. She seemed to think it is. So please lift up Brother Wayne and his mother and the whole family, all our kids, in prayer that they get through this. Now, my son said something right after we lost our home last year that broke my heart. And at first, he said he didn't want to get any more animals. It took him 2.5 years to get another dog. After we lost, Max was his dog that was hit by a car when the cable people came and let him out, and he was run over when he was trying to follow them. And it devastated my son. He was really little when that happened. And then his grandmother died, and then his daddy died, and then all our cats died. I mean, it sounds silly and trivial to some people, but they're our family. I mean, you know. So my son says life is just waiting for people you love to die. That's all it is. It's just little time between one death and another. So how do you go on? How do you not dread? And I tried to tell him because a lot of people take death as if God has control over it. So God's taking them. God's not taking anyone. If you look in the scriptures, God's enemy is death. God didn't create death. It's the wages of sin. He never wanted mankind to die. He warned Adam and Eve, if you do this, you will surely die. Your immortality will be ended. And then death came. So we see in the scripture, it says the last enemy to be destroyed is death itself. So death is also God's enemy. It was never his plan. We shouldn't blame God for people that we love dying. And when Jesus came as a human being, he's divine and human at the same time. And he fulfilled God's law and died for the sins of man. 3 days later, rose again, defeated death for us. We never die. Whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. He promised that, and I believe him. I believe him. Like they say, he was either a lunatic, a liar, or the Lord. And I believe he was the Lord, and he is the Lord, and he liveth right now. He is alive right now. So let's try not to go to the place of anger where we blame God for stuff the enemy does. Okay, it's just really messed up when people blame God for the enemy, because the enemy is trying to destroy every one of us, our testimony, our strength. Look what he did to Paul. Good gracious. Can you shipwreck like a ridiculous amount of times? It's not even possible that many shipwrecks happen to one person. I mean, this was just crazy, bitten by a poisonous snake, just attacked by wild animals and robbers. I mean, it was just crazy, in prison, beaten. insane how much the enemy came against him. But the Lord said, my strength is sufficient. I'm not going to take all of it away because you're going to be a testimony. Jesus said, I'm going to tell you these things. You got to suffer for my name's sake. And it doesn't seem right, not to the natural mind. But I believe in staying loyal. And I believe this life is a temporary place, a temporary time. And it matters what we do here. And it's about loving other people. So when I found this out, I hurt so much inside because I hated the pain. The thought of my brother Wayne being in pain. I really, really did. And I don't want him to feel alone, and I don't want him to isolate or to have a crisis of faith because he needs it right now. So please pray for him. Sadly, I cannot be on CES today, and I can't be consistently there on Sunday and Wednesday because we're going to be moving into the new place. There's a lot going on, and I have to leave right now to go to the new house to take care of some things. But I wanted to do this before I left. Please pray for him and let him know he's not alone. And we got to stop blaming God for this stuff, because death is his enemy too. And it is destroyed, but sadly, it hasn't come to the place where it doesn't exist anymore. Eventually, we'll never die again, but this old flesh, it's got to go, And we have the hope of seeing our loved ones again. It's the only way I can go on is to know that. So I don't know how people go on with their life thinking that they'll never see their loved ones, because I know with everything in me I will. That we're going to see them again because I believe God and his promises. But in any case, guys, I love you very much, and I will see you soon. God bless.